My boyfriend says he is doing it for my well-being. I 23F have been dating my 24M boyfriend for around 4 months now. When we started off, he was very sweet, attentive and understanding of me. I suffer from BPD along with anxiety, so I don't consider myself someone easy to date, but I do my best to make sure I never lash out on him. At the beginning of our relationship I let him know my struggles. He seemed eager and ready to be there for me. About a month into our relationship, he began to ask me to do things for my mental health, such as taking a break from gaming, which we both do, eat more, etc. It was sweet. Now it's to the point where he doesn't allow me to play anything until he says so. I'm not allowed to spend more than 5 hours a day gaming. I also have a bedtime, and if I lay there speaking to him after my said bedtime, then he will get annoyed, ignore me and say if I continue speaking I'm going to get punished. Punishment is ignoring me, since he knows it's a big trigger for me and will drive me to be in my feelings and suffer. I don't understand how he can do that to me when he is supposed to love me, but he says it's the only way. I listen. I told him I game when he is busy because it is a distraction and brings me joy, and otherwise I'd be in my head all day and anxious. To that he says I am pathetic. Meanwhile he will put in 12 a day gaming when he has a chance. I love him, I try to be understanding of him, and most of the time I don't even argue because I don't want a problem. He told me I agreed to do these things, but I didn't agree. If I don't do what he says, then he'll tell me those are my standards. If you don't like it, then goodbye. I don't know what to do at this point. I feel like I'm a child and he doesn't respect me, but he says I just like to start trouble if I bring this up. Am I being over dramatic? This is emotional abuse. No partner who truly loves you will want to control your behavior or withhold affection when they don't get what they want. I'm so sorry he's acting this way towards you. You deserve so much more. It's only been 4 months in, op. Cut this controlling guy loose. Am I being over dramatic? Not at all. Your BF is a tremendous, controlling asshole though. I suggest you leave this man sooner rather than later. In a relationship, no one has the authority over the other person to hand out punishments. You're being gaslighted. I know people that treat their dogs better than you are being treated. This is abuse. He is using your illness to control you. Leave. Time to head out, Chief. Honey, he is literally leveraging your mental illness against you and manipulating the absolute shit out of you. It's not your fault, he's a terrible person. A predator who thought he hit the jackpot when he heard about your mental illness. Please leave, run like the wind. You are worthy of love and this is not it. Black heart, good luck bestie. Around 4 months now. When we started off, he was very sweet, attentive and understanding of me. Starting off, you are only 4 months in. This is starting off. I love him. I mean, this is the nicest possible way. You don't even know him. This is 4 months in and he's controlling you and neglecting you. It's fine for him to set boundaries for himself, when he expects to be able to set them for you. That is control. Love is not controlling. Cut your 4-month losses and focus on your own mental health. That guy is emotionally manipulative and is treating you like trash. You are an equal partner and an adult worthy of just as much respect as him. Never tolerate disrespect at any point in time. Never trade your dignity for anything. Dump that loser. That's so patronizing. I think the goof thinks your BPD anxiety diagnosis has turned you into an infant invalid. And now he gets to get off on the power play. Dump his ass. Also edit, I don't care how little you trust your own judgment. How intense you feel the emotions in your own head. A man should never direct your own life for you. No man, no person, should rob you of your agency. Stand the fuck up. 1. This guy is an unhelpful, controlling mess. You can do better. With a pet rock. Sounds like a classic borderline narcissist relationship dynamic. OP is trying to be mentally healthy and BF is enjoying keeping her weak and dependent. Get away from this guy immediately. When I was dating a girl with BPD, she actively asked me to do things like enforce a bedtime, control what she eats, etc. The key difference was that she asked for that, and things like punishments were things we discussed ahead of time. One big thing that sticks out to me here is the fact that this guy is using the tactic of ignoring you as a punishment. That seems super fucked up if he's aware you have BPD, considering the way that an intense fear of abandonment is one of the typical symptoms. As young women, a lot of us think we have to stay in relationships due to feelings, history, whatever, when in actuality we need to practice leaving, letting go more. You don't have to be with anyone who makes you feel triggered, anxious, or any kind of way. You don't have any obligation to stick it out, but I would argue you have an obligation to do what's best for you. Sorry, OP, but I think you know exactly what to do. You need to leave this guy and find someone who understands that you're an adult. Even if you have a personality disorder that you struggle with, you can definitely do better, even if it means not having a boyfriend. This isn't good for you. Your BF is a piece of shit. As someone who is also borderline, he's taking advantage of it so that he can control you. He doesn't love you, he loves controlling you. You need to get out of there ASAP. Feel free to message me for any questions, help, support. Dump him. That's manipulative and mean. Leave now before he ends up having you in isolation. I've been married 25 years. If my husband ever called me a name, yelled at me, or called me pathetic, I'd reconsider our life together. It takes two healthy people to have a relationship. It seems you're the only one, so it's not a match. If it happened in the first year of dating, I would have broken up with him. Life is short and you don't need a controlling asshole as a partner. Run, girl, run. He is manipulating and gaslighting you. You do not need him, and he is most definitely not a mental health prophecy in L. Do what counselors and therapists tell you, but only if you feel comfortable with their advice. A good one will coach you to find out yourself what helps you. I don't like it. Goodbye. Not at all. This sounds controlling, and I suggest you leave, as this is not a healthy relationship. He is using your mental health against you and trying to cause pain to you instead of inviting a conversation and working through disagreements. You are not obligated to stay. I learned that the hard way, being a relationship for years and was unheard, and it's hard leaving because of the love you thought you had. The fact that these rules do not apply to him in any way shows you that he's controlling you for the sake of it and doesn't not actually believe in the importance of only gaming 5 hours a day or going to sleep at a set time. You're being treated like a child when this man is managing your time instead of you doing that yourself, and him giving you a bedtime is real damn stupid too. You're a grown-ass woman, and I believe with the rest of these people that this is a toxic relationship and you need to leave him and look for a new partner. You do not deserve what he is doing to you. He is abusing you. The person you met was a lie, and now he's showing you his true colors. This is the real him. Do not let him convince you otherwise. Tell a family member or friend what is going on and plan a way to escape. Good luck, girl, you got this. That's abuse, and it'll only get worse. No, you're not being dramatic. Don't let him, or anyone else, for that matter, tell you that this is an okay way to treat his partner. Kinda sounds like he's emotionally abusing you. I don't see how all these restrictions are helpful for BPD or anxiety. Talk to a professional, instead. Your partner should never punish you. They are not a parent and you are not a child. When you do something in a relationship that harms the other person, you talk it out or break up. There is no teaching a lesson, punishing, or whatever else. You should be treated with dignity and basic respect. He was eager to help you with your BPD, because he could openly manipulate and abuse you with what he perceived as your approval. That's why he says you agreed to this. You didn't, and you don't deserve to be treated this way, so I'd say leave. The amount of control he's attempting to exert over you is insane. Cut and run. This isn't healthy, and I doubt it's salvageable.